My spouse struggles to restrain his urges and desires to pursue other possibilities since achieving success. AITA for insisting he doesn't. I've been married to my spouse for 8 years, and we're both in our 40s. He dedicated his 20s and early 30s to establishing his enterprise. One factor that led him to entrepreneurship was his difficulty maintaining employment. Reaching a stage where running a business became his sole means of income, whether due to a boss being too inept or domineering, or because my spouse lacked the qualifications or background needed for positions he could endure, or the schedules at the roles he held were awful. It wasn't an issue for me. I comprehended his challenges regardless of the causes. When we began our relationship 14 years ago, I served as the main provider purely because I possessed consistent work. My spouse informed me that I represented just his second committed partner ever. He did engage in some casual encounters occasionally prior to our meeting, but primarily with females significantly older than himself that never progressed past single evenings. At the start of our courtship, he was the one constantly making efforts to woo me and expressing how fortunate he felt to be with me, claiming I deserved everything since. Unlike typical New York residents, I acknowledged the overlooked individuals. Jump ahead almost 15 years, and today we're wed with 2 girls, aged 8 and 5. Circumstances began improving for us in our mid-30s, and I've always been nothing if not encouraging. I left my career to look after our children once he relocated us to a pleasant suburb in Connecticut. However, over the last several years, he's been behaving toward me in a new way, as if my daughters and I represent a bother. He's involved in numerous business associations, and his firm enjoys hosting events, but I'm never invited as his companion to any. When we're by ourselves, he at least converses with me, but if an attractive woman enters the conversation, it's finished for me, and I'm sidelined from his exchanges onward. He discusses within hearing distance how stunning one or another lady appears. He insists he's permitted to consider other females attractive. The breaking point came at a firm family gathering where my girls and I showed up, and my spouse overlooked us until someone greeted us. Then he gestured toward us as if embarrassed by our attendance and brushing us aside. Moreover, how his junior staff behaved around me led me to doubt his claim that he attended these occasions solo. Currently, we're attending counseling, and my spouse states he desires 2 years of a trial-open relationship to experiment intimately in a manner he couldn't during his youth. He claims that while I got opportunities to experiment when I was youthful and appealing, with other men besides him, he never did. I responded that this isn't what we agreed upon, and that I didn't believe it was the generous action for a spouse to take. He charged me with enjoying the way of life he offers, and suggested I build my own existence rather than grumbling. I replied that if he proceeds with opening the marriage and seeks closeness with another person, our only choice is to part ways. Am I mistaken for failing to grasp his difficulties?